Vintage Church, welcome to our weekly gathering. We know that it is a frightening time and that many things going on in the world right now is unbelievable in many ways. We are bent to listening to headlines and watching news and being overwhelmed. And yet Jesus said this in John chapter 16. He said, in me you will have peace. And yet in the world that you live in, you will go through tribulation and you will go through difficulty. And I tell you these things because I have overcome the world. And that's our hope. That's why we gather today. We're one church, usually in 4 locations. Today we find ourselves as one church in hundreds and hundreds of locations. And yet our hope hasn't changed at all. We know that Jesus has overcome the world, and so we gather as a family. And we are going to make much of Jesus like we do every single week together. I want to invite you to really participate in the service today. Don't just watch. Don't just have this screen mentality that you're watching things on a flat kind of environment. What I'd like for you to do is worship with us as we sing songs and open your Bible and read along with us. If you want to do confession and assurance of pardon with your own family or your friends or your roommates, do that. Prepare to take communion every week when we gather like this. Would you have communion ready? And we'll go through that act of discipleship as we remember his life, death, and resurrection. This is going to be a really meaningful time, and it's going to give us the opportunity to ask our friends in the world to participate with us as we continue to look towards Jesus. Now, today's sermon is going to be, I think, fantastic. If you think about the series that we've been in so far this year, it's not a coincidence. We started January and February talking about the greatness of God, that there's no one like him. And we talked about attributes on the level of incomprehensibility and all-knowing, all-powerful, that he's sovereign. And then we went into the Lord's Prayer, where God invites us to come unto him and to speak with him and to be with him. And it's been sweet as we've talked about that. And today we end that series. We're going to have a conversation from 3 of our pastors, Michael Darbus from Durham, Tanner Griffith from North, and David Mobley from West. And they're going to talk the last 3 sections of the Lord's Prayer, and it's going to be rich for us. And so I'm glad that you've joined us, and let's continue in worship now.